How about the Citrus Bowl? Could be a very interesting game. It's a week away now, featuring LSU against Louisville, as we know. So who's going to have more rushing yards in this one? Derrius Guice, who's going to get a lot of attempts with Leonard Fournette not playing in this game to get ready for the NFL, or that guy that just happened to win the Heisman Trophy in Lamar Jackson. So you would think, Guice, running back, it's the way you go. But, Lamar's going to get his too.
Yeah, he sure is. And LSU will learn that. I'm sure they're right now. Maybe not right now. It's Christmas Eve at 11:15.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe
after they get done with
Monday.
Monday. All right. Monday.
They have been up until today, and they will resume it on Monday. But they're game planning for Lamar Jackson. They're looking at a lot of tape and figuring out how he's able to, within Petrino's system, just demolish defenses. He's so fast.
And that's the bigger threat, isn't it, with Lamar Jackson? Yes, of course you have to respect the arm.
No,
but it really is the legs. And if you could take one side of it away, which is almost impossible to do.
If you force him to beat you with his arm, they're going to win.
Then you're winning, right? You're winning that matchup stylistically anyway. You might not win the game, but that's what you want to try to do.
Absolutely. That is on the short list of things that LSU wants to do. Mm-hmm. They want to remove Lamar Jackson's ability to change the game and open it up with his rush attack.
So I'm guessing you're to go Guice?
I'm going Guice. Yep. I also think it's going to be personal for him to say, look, I love Leonard Fournette. He's taught me a lot. But now it's my time. Officially, it starts right now within this Citrus Bowl. It's my backfield now, and I'm going to show everybody. And, this guy's been incredible. Look at the numbers on the screen. He's averaging 8 a pop.
What?
8 a pop. 14 touchdowns. And he's the backup for Leonard Fournette.
That's the joke of it, right?
He's the best backup in the nation.
Yeah, no doubt.
When you look at what he's capable of doing, and I think now that the reins are fully taken off and it's hit all systems go, I also think there's a chance that Lamar Jackson, let's just face it, Lamar Jackson, as great as he is, you play a conference where you're playing the American, you're playing some teams in the American, you're in the ACC.
You're not playing LSU.
No, you're not playing SEC defenses. So the ACC is good, and there's some teams out there that are talented, but the quality of opponent every single week is not what LSU faces. And I think some of that team speed that Louisville hasn't seen on their schedule, when you look at Louisville's schedule and say, okay, big one against Clemson and Death Valley, got one against Houston. What about here? There was a handful of real challenges. When you're in the SEC West, every week's a challenge. That team speed and the size of that defense, they might humble Lamar Jackson a little bit, where LSU, they're going to open up holes for Derrius Guice. He's going to get his. And that's the interesting part. Both defenses, they know who they have to key on. It's Jackson on one side for LSU, and for the Cardinals, it's going to be keying in on number 5 on Derrius Guice. I just think Louisville's going to have a bigger problem keying in and effectively stopping Derrius Guice more so than the Bayou Bengals will Lamar Jackson.
Just glad B-Mac's not here before I say what I'm going to say, which is, hey, the coming out party was against Florida State, and Florida State is not even an SEC defense. Right. Not this year. Not B-Mac's old teams, yes, they were, but their defense is not on the level
they lost
that Derrius Guice
had some injuries when that game happened.
No question.
I definitely think it might be a whoa, especially when you give an LSU team all that time to prepare and say, okay, how does Bobby Petrino put Lamar Jackson in these situations to succeed? Well, let's try to minimize that. Let's try to remove that from what they do offensively. There's a lot of time to prepare here, and I think once that game happens, Lamar Jackson's going to realize, ooh, these boys are big, fast, and tough. I'm glad I don't play in the